Hi students, how are you all of you? In the last video, we have completed the exercise of lesson number 1 and homework from was given to me that to complete the exercise number 1 in your notebook. Yes, I hope you may have completed this exercise. Okay, I trust on you all. Before starting this video, I would like to just introduce what we are going to understand in this lesson. Yes, the name of the lesson is Sources of History. What is the name of the lesson? Sources of History. Dear student, what we are going to understand in this lesson, let's see. What is the first one? Second point 1, 2.1 is material sources, written sources, oral sources, sources of ancient Indian history, precautions to be taken while writing history. These are the 5 points we are going to cover in this lesson. Yes. So let's start with the try this. Make a list of things in your house which belong to your grandparents' time. The question is, one task is given to you to do this. They have told here that you may find the things of your grandparents' time at your home. So you have to make list of those things which you can find at your home. Those are belongs to your grandparents time. Now second task is that collect information about an old structure in your locality. See, sometimes you may go in the market, you may see some old structures, so you have to collect information about that old structures which are there in your locality. Understood these two questions? Next, a number of objects used by our ancestors still exist. Some inscriptions from the past have been recovered. See, the number of objects ancestors means the old people, they have used a number of objects. Yes, and some are the object we also find it now, means these are the still exist. Some inscriptions from the past have been recovered, and some are the inscriptions they have gone. Sources like this help us to understand our history, and some are the things are there still are exist, still are there. By looking those things we can understand our history. Yes, some are the things they have gone, some are the still there. So when we are understanding, when we are looking on these things which are the found, so by looking this we can understand the history. History can also be learned through customs and traditions, folk arts, folk literature, as well as historical documents. And they have given the source how we can understand the history. So, history can also be learned through customs and traditions. Those they are the customs and traditions. By those also we can understand the history. For example, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and the folk arts, folk literature, as well as historical documents. Folk literatures, folk art, historical documents. By looking those, we can understand the history. All these are known as sources of history, and the points, the things are there. By looking these things, by understanding things, we can come to know about something which had happened in ancient. Okay, these are called the sources of history. These are of three types, and when we are understanding the sources of history, the sources of history is of three types. One is material sources, second is written sources, and third is oral sources. So these three sources we are going to understand in these sources of history. Let's go next. Now they have asked here one question for you. Can you tell structures such as forts, rock cut, caves, stupa, etc. are known as material sources of history? Try to guess what other structures can be called material sources. See, very important information given here. Structure such as forts, you may have seen the fort, rock cut, some rock cuts are there, rock cut caves are there, stupas are there, stoops. So they have told it here, these are known as material sources of history. Yes, of course, to these things we are calling the material sources of history. Try to guess what other structures can be called material sources, and other like them we have to find out which are the material sources. Yes, see here the point is given here, second point 1, material sources, that we are going to understand it here. Material sources. Man uses a variety of things in his day-to-day life. They are known as artifacts. See, they have given the definition of artifacts. What is the artifacts? Man uses, we people are using variety of things. So many things we are using in our day-to-day life, and these are known as artifact. Artifacts used by humans in the past provide us valuable information about life in the ancient times. See, these are artifacts used by humans, and these artifacts are humans are using, yes, in the past provides us, and these are the artifacts were used by human. Now we got these, okay, from the ancient time, and these artifacts provide a lots of information. Means when we are looking these artifacts, we are getting some information. So by this information we come to know about history. We can decide the period of ancient artifact like earthen pots by studying the shapes. See, now earthen pots are there. You all know what is the earthen pots. The pot which is made by soil, made by earth, means yes, soil. So the shapes, by looking these shapes we can understand the time, the period. Yes, color and designs on ancient potsherd. See, designs, color, yes, the ornaments and other artifacts throw light on social interactions, and by looking some ornaments, even we can understand about the sources of history. We get information about the diet of the people from the remain of food grains, seeds and bones of animal found in excavation. See how we can come to know about diet of the people in that period. Yes, so how we get information? We get information about the diet of the people of remain of food grain. Those food grains were remain, seeds and bones of animals, and these things we got how? While excavation. Also, we find the remains of houses and buildings built in different historical periods. Even we get the information about houses of the people, the buildings of how they have built in the different historical period. We also find ancient coins and seals. See, now here we are understanding the sources of history and the material sources. So coins and seals are come under material sources. All this gives us information about human activities in the past. And in the exhibition we have got these things. By looking these things we get and we understand the information about human activities in that period in the past. All such artifacts, articles, monuments, or their ruins are called the material sources of history. And these artifacts are there, articles are there, monuments are there, and their ruins. These all are called the material sources of history. I hope you may have understood this point, material sources of history. We can go to the next. Do you know, here we are going to understand, food grains do not last long. See, we have food grains at our home. You see, your mother take care of these food grains very much. Why is it so? Because these food grains doesn't remain for long time. Yes, they get easily infected and turn into powder. And these food grains it get infected. Some insects are there. After long times the insects get inside the food grains and they make the powder of this food grain. In ancient time people used to roast food grain before grinding them. See, here we have understood this. And they have told in ancient period what people used to do. People used to roast. Yes, they used to roast it and then grind them. If a few grains got charred while roasting, they were thrown away, and some food grains, if they got charged while roasting, this charged food grain they used to throw away. Such charred grains can remain intact for a very long period, and those charred grains were there which were thrown by people. These grains would remain for a long time. During excavation, such charged grain can be recovered, and when the excavation has done, these charred grain were found, and by this charred grain we understood the diet of the people in that period. When these are inspected in a laboratory, we come to know what grain it is. And in the excavation, the grain was found. It had taken to the laboratory for the checking, so they have come to know about it. Understood this? Now here is the coins. This is also a material sources, and these coins are of ancient time coins. Let's go on page number 7. See here, these are the posters. We have understood about these ornaments, ancient ornaments, earthen pots. 3 earthen pots are there, but 3 earthen pots they have different shape. You may have see this in the picture. Now here, do you know is given? See, written sources of history include inscriptions carved on temple walls of rock cut caves and rock inscriptions on copper plate, pots, bricks, and on writing sheets made from palm leaves and brick bark, etc. Birch bark, etc. See here, they have given about written sources. Written sources of history include inscriptions. Which are the things come under written sources? We have understood here. Inscriptions carved on temple walls. Those temple walls were there. The carving was there on the temple walls. It's come under written sources. Walls of rock cut caves and rocks inscriptions on copper plate. See, in the caves some writing is there, even the inscriptions which is there on the copper plates. Pots, on the pot also there is there. Brick and writing sheet on the brick also, and the writing sheets which were made up of palm leaves and beech bark, etc. Okay. Now here you can see the copper plate, some writing is given here, and this writing is come under written sources of history. Here the rock is there and some inscription is written on the rock. You can see it here, see. This also come under written sources of history. And this second point that we are going to understand in the next video. To know more videos about the lesson exercise, to clear your doubt, please see all the videos. Thank you.